What's up, and welcome to the Drake and Talk podcast. I am your host, Drake Ken, and today we have a special guest. We have Mr. Chris Megginson, starting defensive back for the Liberty Flames. Chris, what's going on today, brother?
Yo, what's good? What's good?
Ain't nothing, man. We just taking it easy, man. Enjoying watching you and the Flames do your thing, represent the city, bro.
Yo.
All right, Chris, man, we're going to hop right into it, man. We're going to talk about everything today that goes with you. We're going to take it all the way back to Payne School, bro. Let's talk about Payne School when you first strapped it on, man, and you knew this is what you wanted to do.
Man, mostly it just came from my brother pretty much. You know, he played for Payne when he was, in Little League and everything. So then I remember Coach Rodney lived right next door to me. So, he was like, man, come play football, because I played for the Mustangs before I came to Payne. So, He was like, man, he's like, yeah, we need you over here. So, Payne was winning championship every year. So, I'm like, man, I'm going to see what's up. So, boom, next following year, went to Payne, just ran off with it. We won a couple championships and just had fun.
Well, man, I tell you, Chris, you've been a dog ever since you was a little boy, man. And like I said, we remember your days back at Payne. You was always calm, cool, and collective, man, and you made big plays, and that didn't change as you went up. As a state champion, all-state cornerback, just talk to us a little bit about your high school experiences, man, and what has it done for you now, and how is it helping you?
Pretty much just, having Coach Bradley, he was a good coach at Heritage, had a great coaching staff, and he just kind of the way he coached kind of helped me prepare, for college, just the way he coached. And, I just have fun in high school. I was a little silent killer, I ain't really talk too much,
No
but,
doubt.
I was a dog for sure, and just, it showed the way I played. So.
And you still a dog. But Caleb, man, in your wildest dreams, man, I knew you dreamed of being a football player. Mm-hmm. But in your wildest dreams, did you think that you would be playing on such a big stage, being a part of the insurgents of Liberty University? I mean, talk to us about just, how you feel about it.
That was always, the goal and the dream, pretty much, to play at a high level and play D1 in college. But, I ain't never expected, to happen once I committed to Liberty because, it was FCS and everything. We still had Coach Gill and everything like that. But, for me, as soon as I committed, everything changed. So it went from, having Coach Gill into having Coach Freeze and a whole new coaching staff. So, I ain't know, really what to expect. So, I just went in, that's good. Pretty much, about an upgrade, I should say. Having a P5 pretty much coaching staff and a P5 team now, at a G5 school. And, for it to be my hometown. So, that's... couldn't ask for nothing better than that. It's a dream. So.
No doubt, brother, no doubt. And just talking about that, man, like, people don't understand. Liberty is on the rise, and they're major. It ain't the Liberty that it used to be. Yep. It's not them guys that it used to be. And for you to get drafted by Gill, and for you a year later, 2 years later, you're on your second year starting for a whole nother coaching staff, that tells us everything we need to know about who you are and what type of capabilities you have. Talk to us a little bit about Coach Freeze and, the similarities with Bradley's, the difference with Bradley, and, just talk to us about him and what it is like playing for Coach Gill.
Pretty much just like playing with Freeze. Freeze is a great person. He's a great individual just outside of football. And he loves to talk, just with us about anything really, just about life. And that's kind of the way his coaching style is. He'll tie life, in situations and things like that into coaching in the football, which, it'll motivate us every week. And he'll have like a plan for, pretty much the whole season and just ties into, what we're going to do pretty much. And just how it ties in, with us being at Liberty, having our Christian way and everything like that. So it ties all together. And then just the way he coaches, and then coming from Coach Bradley out of high school, pretty much, He's mostly calm and collective, until he got a snap,
And then he act
So
out.
then he act out. But
Yeah.
other than that, just is the things we do. The things I did in high school is pretty much what we do at Liberty. So, and that's probably pretty much any college. So I think that helped me prepared and how I'm able to play and do things now at Liberty.
All right, Chris. Well, hey, it's showing. Everything that you got going on is showing. You guys are the number 5 overall defense in the country, and number 6 against the pass. Talk about what you've brought to the table and what some of your other secondary mates have brought to the table that has you guys so stout and have you guys ranked so high.
I say from my first year starting at corner, pretty much I was like probably one of the youngest in the corner group in our room, and I just kind of outworked everybody pretty much. So I made sure I was putting in so much work and pretty much because a lot of guys come from bigger cities and they have big trainers and everything, and they get real good work in. So I just either see what other people doing from social media and just see the drills everybody, a lot of things and coaches and trainers doing, and I go and do it on my own. And I just figure out just doing that, kind of figure out my game pretty much more and just take an initiative to just now just, do my thing, lock down my side of the field or whatever I'm on and just make them not want to throw it my way. And I just kind of tie in with pretty much the whole defense now. So we got a lot of transfers in and just pretty much picked it up even more what we did from last season, where our defense was. And pretty much everybody do their job on defense. So, we got our D-line. Our D-line crazy. So that make it pretty much easy for us, too, in the secondary.
Well, you talked earlier about your brother. Now, I coached your brother at Sandusky, and I'll tell you, I don't know if he remember, but I told your brother, I said, listen, bro, because I remember it was him and another gentleman, Keontae. When Keontae was kind of like, he was the guy then before he hurt his knee. He was super fast and everything, but it was always something about your brother, man. And I told him a long time ago, this when he was at Sandusky, this was like 2003, maybe. Told him that, I said, man, if you keep doing what you doing, man, you going to go somewhere one day. And he ended up going to UMass, right? Yeah. And Liberty? Mm-hmm. Yeah, UMass and Liberty. Talk to us about, the role that he plays in your life. Now he's the head coach at Norcom, doing a good job, man. Just talk to us about, what he's meant to you and some of the advice that he's given to you along the way.
Pretty much, he pretty much tells me everything. Like, he motivated me to kind of just get to where I am right now. So like I feel like without him, I wouldn't even be in this position. And he kind of put me on his back. Like come on, like we gonna get there. So it just started with me working out with him pretty much. So when I was literally like 5-6 years old, like he working with Coach Tuck and everything. When Tuck was at Heritage, and my brother was always just putting in extra work. So I just started training with him. And then that kind of what took me, over everybody at a young age and just kind of excelled and being above average and just doing that. And then so he pretty much just tells me always like what I need to be doing to get better and get to the league, basically.
No doubt. Now, man, you have a wonderful family. I'm talking about a wonderful, supportive family that at every football game is, even when your brother was playing for me, they've been at your football games, been at your sister's basketball games, and you come from an athletic family with great parents, man. Just speak to, how much they mean to you and the process of all your siblings. Because like I said, you, your brother, your sister, you guys are all athletes. Let's just talk about your parents and what they've meant to you and what they have instilled in you guys.
Like you said, my parents, they're great parents. Even when they was, younger growing up and they had my brothers and sisters at a young age, they still found a way, and got things done where, they might have been going through some struggles, but you didn't never know because they always got it done or got everything we need. And, around Christmas, we always got, gifts and everything we wanted. So you never know, like, how much either they went through or struggled with. And that's just kind of motivates me to where I'm at now. Every practice, every play, every day, pretty much just to grind hard for them, and it's kind of, so I can be in a position to help, give back to them for what they done for me.
No doubt, no doubt, and that transitions perfectly because, man, I know you're young in the sense of how many years you've been on the field, but you're a junior in the classroom, and ultimately, like realistically, after this season or is it next season, you can declare for the NFL if you want to, and just talking around and speaking around, like this is something that is really an obtainable goal for you. Like you got it. You 6'1.5", 190 pounds, run a 4.4. You're long, you're rangy, you're wiry. You can change direction good, great hips and things of that nature, man. Just talk to us about what are the things that you think that you need to work on to be a high draft pick. Now, me personally, I feel that you're gonna get your shot, whether you get drafted, free agency. You're gonna get a shot and you're gonna make a team. That's just me. Just by watching different people like you was watching your game, I feel like you got a great shot at getting drafted. But just talk to us about that thought process.
Pretty much, I just feel like for my game, pretty much, I could say I always can improve on technique, and that's kind of what I just been trying to tap into more because a lot around here in this area, we ain't got a lot of big trainers or anything like that, and that's kind of what I've been taking initiative of, just to kind of be our big trainer around the area. I've been training a lot of athletes around here, whether it's in high school, middle school, or even college. I trained a couple college kids before, and even my teammates. They tap in just more than my technique, and they'll see something that I know or that I do, and I'll help them figure out what they need to do for that, and then just pretty much.
That's it. Hey, man, that's one thing that's good, man. You giving back to your community, and like I tell people all the time, man, it's just like when you got a gift or you got the information or you can do something, man, you only gonna be blessed when you pass it down. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody knows you around here. From the little kids all the way up to the adults, man. And I know that everybody respects your game and everything that you've done. But just, you touched on it a little bit, but just talk about some of the community service work and some of the things that you do on your own and some things that you and your team do.
I know for the team in school, I went back, I think, to, it was Lincoln Elementary. We went and read a couple books and everything like that. Just what I do for myself, pretty much, just people I know or anything. A lot of, like I said, a lot of athletes and everything. People been hitting me up lately, since I started training people, and they just been asking me to train them, pretty much, just get them right, and they just trying to get to the position where I'm at. So I just been doing that pretty much, and just helping anything I can. Just do whatever people need my help or want me at a function or something, just pop face and show,
No doubt. NIL, name, image, likeness. Get with my man right here because I'm telling you, get him now while he cheap, because when he get to that league, it's going to be a total different ball game, and he's going to get there. But Chris, in closing, my G, just talk to us about whatever you want to talk to. You take us out to Chris Megginson, where you give your IG, you give your handles and everything, how people can reach out to you, and just, tell them, give them your schedule and whatever you need, have whatever contact information or anything like that. Just talk to them and you take us out like you want to take us out.
For sure, man. Y'all can just, whatever y'all need, NIL, anything like that, y'all can just reach me out pretty much on Instagram. I'm always on Instagram, so y'all can hit me up on Instagram at cmeg_. I think my Twitter, I think that might be cmeg10, I think. And then that's pretty much it. So y'all hit me up, DM me, I respond.
No doubt. You heard it. Chris Megginson. He is a sophomore at Liberty University, 2-year starter, 1 more year. After this year, the year after next, man, hey, the sky's the limit, brother. No doubt, man. But Good luck to you, brother. And this I've been drinking talk with my man Chris Megginson. Like, share, subscribe, holla back. All right, what's up? What's up? What's up? And welcome to the Drake and Talk Show. This is your host, Drake Can. And today we got a special guest, Mr. Lee Baker of the
Yes,
Demigawd Athletics,
yes,
the
sir. Yes,
trainer,
sir.
the man. What's going on, Lee?
Man, not much, bro. I can't call it, man. Actually in the middle of a quick day trip up to New York real quick to see what's going on with my merchandiser, but all is well, man. I can't complain. Can't complain at
Appreciate you.
all, bro.
Appreciate you taking out the time to chop it up with us, man. So we're gonna hop right into it, dog. Just talk to us a little bit about who Lee Baker is, who the Demigods are, and what you do.
All right, uh, Lee Baker is a hard worker, man. He's a motivator. He's one of those guys that'll put everything and put his all into whatever it is he wants to get done and gets it done. We started Demigod, I want to say about 4 years. This November 16th, to be 5 years that we've been in business. Um, Demigod was created to give a lot of my inner city youth um, another option, to show them that there's more to the city than just the four quadrants we live in, to broaden their horizon, man, and just to keep them working consistently, man. It's a lot of tough situations going on in the city right now. And you know what they say, an idle mind is a devil workshop.
No
You know what I'm
doubt.
saying? So my main job is to keep them consistent through hard work, through workouts, a year-round thing. We take kids to camps and combines. We travel a lot. We got a whole lot of mentorship opportunities available for the kids. I mean, it's like a big family here, man. It's just a big family.
No
And one
doubt.
thing I do know is that you give kids an opportunity to see more than what's just in front of them. You know, you can open doors that way. So that's our motto, man. That's what we up to, and that's what we're trying to keep doing for the next 10, 20 years.
All right. So Lee, man, you've been training kids for how long now?
Oh, oh, 5 years. It'll be 5 years this month.
5 years this month, man, and your resume of kids that you've put in college has been impeccable, man. Just talk to us a little bit about some of the guys and where they are right now.
Oh man, we got some kids all over the place right now, man. We got some kids that one of our main guys right now is Marquez Phillips. He's a wide receiver over at Virginia State University. It's been starting as a true freshman. We got another outside linebacker at Appalachian State. We got a kid at Union College. We got kids all over, man, ranging from D3s all the way up to FCS, and FBS right now. So these guys are doing good things, man. They're putting themselves in a position to succeed, and it's all through hard work, man. It's all through hard work. Within the 5 years, we probably sent, I want to say, over 35 to 40 kids to college on scholarship or partial.
That's dope.
You know, and that's just from a connection standpoint. Um, opening doors for a lot of these guys. I put the work in, bro.
No doubt.
Put the
No doubt.
footwork in,
No doubt
state to
about it.
state,
Yeah, man.
to network.
We've been keeping up with your work, man. Watching you take these kids, man, in these white vans, man, taking them to Alabama, to Florida, all these different places in DC, man, and that's a beautiful thing, Lee, man. One thing that the viewers need to know is you're one of the top trainers for football. Now, do you do any other sports besides football?
Well, we do. We specialize. We do all sports, but we pretty much specialize in football. Um, Anything that can correlate with football or just strength and conditioning, explosive work, footwork, speed, agility, and quickness are the things that we specialize in when it comes to sports. But we just focus mainly on football, but we do cover all sports.
So hold on, we got to back this thing up. First of all, I got to tell you who Lee Baker is. Lee Baker is an All Metro quarterback, Virginia Tech alumni. Uh, he played at Virginia Tech with us when we was there. He was a quarterback in high school. So what we gonna do, brother? We gonna let it go back to those days when you were in high school, and you just talk a little bit about some of your accomplishments and the things that you did, and some of the people that were recruiting you, and then we'll get on down the line and we'll start talking about the things you're into now with your business and all.
Well, man, high school was it, man. High school was the real deal for me. Um, I started my career out at Eastern Senior High School, my 10th grade year, and ended up transferring over to Paul Lawrence Dunbar, my 11th and 12th grade year. We ended up winning the city championship my 12th grade year. Um, we just got in the groove with our offensive coordinator and our head coach, Craig Jeffries, and Michael Stewart. And we put some things together. They built the confidence in me to run the offense, and they let me run it. We primarily ran a no-huddle offense my entire 12th grade year. We had a lot of great athletes there, man. Like, when you got a team that was like that, we were able to gel together the way we done. We was unstoppable, bro. Like, that year and the years after, we probably had about, I'm going to say 10 to 15 Power 5 kids go to school.
Wow.
My senior year and a couple of years after that. So, that was Dunbar was where the bread and butter was. And I'm just proud to say that I was the one that was able to win the first championship for Dunbar.
No
After
doubt.
that, we probably ran off like 11 straight. You know what I mean? So Dunbar was a powerhouse and is a powerhouse and will be a powerhouse for years to come. But after my senior year, man, I was first team All-Met. I threw for 2,000. I ran for 1,000. Like 22, 26 touchdowns, between 22 and 26 touchdowns, I believe. I can't recall off the top right now. I was a first team Pigskin All Metropolitan pick. I was a George Michaels Golden 11 pick. I was the third rated prospect in the Mid Atlantic region. Coming out my senior year, I had about 26 offers from schools and all around. But my top choices, I want to say, was Virginia Tech, Georgia Tech, Maryland, and Temple at the time. Really wasn't a tough decision. I knew I was coming to Tech to play DB, and I knew with the skill that I had, I was confident in myself, man. So I figured that if I come to Tech and I do my thing and ball out, it's an opportunity that I may be able to enter the draft early. So those were my thought. That was my thought process coming to Tech, man. And then when I came up for the visit, it was a wrap. It was
No
a wrap.
doubt.
That was it.
By the way,
That was
Glass would have beat life out y'all if y'all would have stepped on that field with us.
wait. Hey, hey, we was trying to get down there to play y'all boys, man.
Y'all didn't want no smoke, man. Stop it,
Man,
bro.
hey man,
Stop
Trey,
it.
go
Y'all
ahead, man.
didn't
We done
want that
smoked y'all
smoke.
boots,
Yo, man,
man.
stop it, man. Yo, y'all, you already know about Glass, man. Cut it out. Stop
Yeah, Glass. Hey, listen, I tip my hat to Glass. No disrespect to Glass, but if you talking Dunbar, man, we done hung 60 on y'all, man.
Never
Easy,
that. You crazy,
easy,
man. But yeah, Lee,
easy.
man. Just tell the people where you from, man. I know you from. They probably already can tell just by your voice, man, and your slang. You from DC, the area, man. Just talk about DC, man. We hear the stories, we hear, the rumors. But man, from somebody that lived that life and that's living that life, man, talk to us about your upbringing and the way the things are now.
Man, DC. I'm born and raised in DC. Was raised in Southeast DC. Had an opportunity to get out the city for a while and go live in places like Kansas City, Missouri for 3 or 4 years. And then came back home. Home is where the heart is, man.
No doubt.
I am grateful for being able to leave the area and get some time in Kansas City. I believe that made me sort of more well-rounded than what I would have been ordinarily. You know what I mean? So coming back to DC, man, DC is exactly what it is. It's the belly of the beast, man. It's one of those places where a lot of kids don't make it. To see a lot of the older years because of the things that they're into when it comes to the city. But we talking about a place where instead of you telling your homeboy, man, like, all right, dog, I see you tomorrow, whatever the case is. Before we depart each other, we telling each other, I love you, man. Be safe.
No doubt.
This is pretty much one of the places where you survive. You got to survive here growing up in high school. In your younger days, man. If it's one of those dog eat dog out here, man. And all right, so we got a southeast, we got a northeast, we got a southwest, and we got a northwest. And kids typically want to stay in their area. They don't want to travel outside of their area for different reasons. You got kids who don't want to catch the public transit, metro bus or the metro train because they're beefing with kids at another school. And that's pretty much carried over to the days now. I believe it got a bit worse now because back then we was fighting. We was fighting back then. You either get jumped or you get a win, one or the other. But nowadays these kids ain't fighting no more, man. They picking up guns now, and and they shooting everything but the person they out there to get. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of senseless violence. We got a lot of organizations out right now to try to seize the violence, man. put the guns down, pick the gloves up, murder-free DC, cure the streets. We got a couple of different factions out right now that's playing their part and doing a good job, man.
Yeah, man. We got a little technical difficulties, but we're gonna keep this interview alive because this is some good stuff that's going on, man. You're talking some good stuff, man, and that's why, when you talk about the violence and the things that's going on in your city, bro. That's why your and programs like yours and the ones that you named are important, and that's why we're so proud of for what you're doing with those kids, man. Because if you look at any one of your social media handles, man, that's all you see is you with the kids, man. I'm like, dang, do this dude have any time for like his own personal life? Because everything I see is what you with those kids, man, and I know it means something to you. And I've been, following the struggles and everything, and we here right now. It was light at the end of the tunnel. So, man, just
The,
talk to us a little bit about, man, you know, the Demigods. You came up with the Demigods, man, and you've turned it into a brand, man. Let's just talk about that right there, that piece.
so what makes Demigod special to me, man, is God blessed me with an opportunity. You know, I've been able to make mistakes, and I don't, I accept those mistakes that I've made in my life growing up
Absolutely.
because your best teacher is always your last mistake. So I was able to learn from that, and do some things different. My life ain't always it's been tough, bro. And I know, what I had to go through and what I had to endure down at Virginia Tech, with, losing my scholarship, things like that, and um, getting incarcerated for a time being over the things that I choose to do and the decisions that I chose to make back then. But it's because of those mistakes that I'm able to do what I'm doing now and do it with a whole heart. You know what I'm saying? Like
No doubt.
they say, you find something you love doing, you never work a day in your life. Man, I don't feel like I'm working now. I feel like I'm living through my purpose. Like God has chosen me to do something that He felt as though I would be the best at doing, and this is what it is. Like I said, I've had the opportunity to experience highs and lows and the bottoms of everything, man, and to be able to take that and put it all together and give it to these young athletes starting at an early age. It's something you can't put a price on. It's priceless. I know what it's like to be the number one player or the number one player in the city or the top 5 player in the whole region. I know what that feels like. I know what it's like to be on top and succeed and get all of these accolades and win championships and just be a consistent winner. Know what it's like to go to a Power 5 college, where I'm thinking I'm the best thing smoking, and I get up here with our recruiting class, and it's like everybody's just as good as me. You know what I'm saying? So I know what that feels like to have to work hard and outwork everybody around you in order to get what you want, right?
Yeah.
I know what it's like to lose that scholarship, to lose that $200,000 scholarship, and feel as if my world is crashing down and don't know which way to turn or where to go or what else to do. I know what it's like to have to attend a smaller school, um, for purposes of you losing, your scholarship to the big school. I know what it's like to fall, man, and being able to fall and get back up, I think is what makes what I do more important for these kids. Like I told them, I'm not a role model. I don't want these kids and parents to think I'm a role model. I don't consider myself a role model because a role is there to do what? Play a role. I consider myself a real model.
That's it.
I'm not gonna fake it with you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. If you either you this is where if you want to succeed, this is how we get it.
Yeah.
If this is not what you want and you can't give me 110%, then this program ain't for you.
Yeah.
And that's what we base our standards off of when it comes to becoming a demigod and putting that work in to get to where you got to go. You got to do what others don't to go where they won't. You know what I mean? So that's one of the big things that I pride myself on with this program and just keeping it moving. But being able to give these guys the good, the bad, and the ugly from my standpoint is what demigod is all about. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes me go hard every day, nonstop, and just keep that momentum going, man.
And I tell you, man, I live by these words too, bro. Like, you really can't tell me nothing unless you've been through it.
Man,
You
bro.
can't like you can't tell me how I'm gonna feel if I skydive if you never skydived. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
You
Yeah.
can't do that. And like, I don't even call homeless people. Sometimes you slip up and be like, I don't even call them the B word no more, as far as BUM. I don't even
Right.
use it with them no more. I use it as people that just fell down on their luck. And I would rather go talk to somebody just because I want to know, how did you get to this point? You've been
Right.
there. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You lived the life to get to this point. What advice would you give me not to get to this point? So I'm big on, people telling me, people that's actually been through something, schooling me with advice. That's who I listen to. And to go back to what
Indeed.
you said about, another great point you made, that these kids need to understand that, like, my dad told me this, and I passed it on to my son. Like, when I went to college, my dad was like, man, when you in high school, you the biggest fish in the pond. He said, when you go to college, you're still a big fish. The pond just bigger. Meaning,
Yeah.
there's other big fish, and I live by that, man. So
Indeed.
that was a good point that you brought out. So basically,
Indeed.
kids, yo, don't be intimidated by getting out there and being great. You know what I'm saying? Just because somebody the same level as you, that the analytics people say that they the same level as you can supersede them people, man. You know what I'm saying? The pond just bigger. You still that guy. So good notes from you from there, Lee. And so just getting on with your business, man. The Demigawd's the business. I know you out here, you working. You trying to get some kids with some NILs through the company and stuff, man. Just
Right.
talk to us about that, bro. That's beautiful. Get our babies paid.
So when Demigod hit, when we pretty much hit our peak when it comes to training and things like that in the facility and all of that good stuff, we had everything was smooth sailing, man. We was going from one place to the next, um, touching one milestone and accomplishing another one. Now, then COVID hit.
Yeah.
COVID kind of shut down the world, period. You know what I'm saying?
Kinda.
So
It
that,
shut down the world, man. It did.
man,
It did.
period, bro. And it shook up a lot of, it shook up a lot of people, man. It shook up a whole lot of business owners, black business owners, small business owners in the area. And then you have people jumping on these small business loans and things like that, and the government giving all this money out. But some of us wasn't able to get any of that money. You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't know the route we needed to take in order to accomplish that or to get that. So we had to reinvent ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So the best way I knew how to invent myself was adding to the brand. And how could I add to the brand? We're already an athletic brand. We already train athletes of all sorts, men and women. It just made sense to just come out with a clothing line. We started our athletic apparel / lifestyle clothing line that's been doing pretty well here in these last couple of months, the last year or two, to be honest. And we're just moving forward with that, man. We wasn't able to train. I was back and forth to New York in the middle of COVID, masked up, gloved up, everything. And just making it happen. Coming back home with 100 sweatsuits and just seeing how well they do, and just moving forward with that, man. So just seeing, the grind put in to get this clothing line to the next level was more was there was no more motivation I needed to keep it going, bro.
Yeah.
It's a lot man. It's a lot to being a business owner. It's a lot to being an entrepreneur. It's a lot to put your time, your effort, and your money in something that you're not guaranteed will succeed. You know what I mean? But it's
If it was
taking that leap
easy,
of faith,
everybody would be doing it, bro.
man. True story, true story. But it was me taking that leap of faith and trusting God and knowing that I can get some certain things done. Oh, and let me. This is another reason why I don't know if everybody knows what demigod means, but demigod is pretty much it's pretty much the offspring of a god. So it's like Zeus or Hercules came down and had a child with a mortal woman, and they ended up having a baby. That baby will be half human and half god. So that baby will be considered a demigod. And so we consider ourselves less than gods, but we're more than the average man.
Oh, that's
And
dope.
the
Yeah,
name
because you
came
clean it
about.
up. You clean it ahead to let it know, because you got some people go, oh, this is some false prophecism, and
Prophet,
you know how it
yeah,
go, man.
bro,
Like, yo, so
yeah,
I'm glad you cleared that up.
yeah,
Good,
yeah. I
transparent,
went through that the first couple of years,
no
man.
doubt. I already know.
And it's about. I came up with the name because through high school, growing up, you got those people who seem to do everything, could do everything, and do everything well, or do everything above average, even if it's something that we never done before. Like I could go out and play. I never played baseball, but I believe I could go out there and play baseball and steal bases or throw a strike or catch a baseball. And those are things that I've done well. To play chess, never played it before, but if I learn it, I know I'll be good at it. So it's like,
mentality that you're building. It's a
yeah, bro.
mentality. I feel you 100% on that, man. That mentality is everything, man. Because the way you carry yourself, you know, it it could be life or death,
Yeah,
or in a more sports realm, you getting your you getting your education and getting a scholarship, or not. So that
right.
mentality that you gotta have, especially when I say the life or death up your way,
Mhm.
it's bad up there. It's bad everywhere, but it's bad. So you gotta have a different type of mentality where you feel like you better than that. So you stay away from that. So
Right.
I respect that, man. That's dope.
Shit, you either gonna sink or swim, survive or perish, man.
Yeah.
And that mindset has gotten me to where I am today, bro. And it's something that we embed in our kids, man. I'm not like tell a lot of people, a lot of skeptics when I first started training, bro. I had so many skeptics, and so many haters and naysayers and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
And like I was telling them, like I'm not here to give kids something. Hold on one
You
second, bro.
good. The price of ambition, bro. That's what it is. It's the price of.
I'm here to get shit. Like we're
We checking out, but he coming on, man. We apologize, everybody, but my man is going to New York, and he still gave me the time.
developing confidence. I'm not selling tickets. Yeah, my bad. My apologies, world.
Good.
But it's that mentality, bro. That mentality of being great at everything you do is what set us apart, bro. But it's not just you got to put the work in. You can't consider yourself good at everything you do if you're not working, man. So like we stress hard work and all that good stuff. But for me to touch back on to the clothing line, we were able to get a lot of great things going with that, and just move forward. And with them coming out with this NIL situation made the situation for us even better. We want to find a way. Like I tell my kids, like once you're a demigod, you always a demigod. It ain't no you working with us for a year or two, and then after that you're done. Nah, we're trying to open doors to give you guys opportunities while you're in school, and even when you get out of school. You know what I mean? If the degree you got is something that you didn't really want to do, you just chose to do it while you were in school at the time being. And we want to set the platform to get to a point where these kids are able to come back home for summer breaks and have a summer job with Demigod, or they're able to be in school. And
Okay, we apologize.
so it's just we just want to give our young black athletes, man, the athletes of all color, opportunity to to do well financially, to be able to support yourself early, um, and yeah,
Yeah, man.
and graduate. You
That's
know,
it.
because it's graduating is most important. Um, how you choose to finish your athletic career is even more important. So if we can be the bridge along that way and give these guys a little bit more help than what they're ordinarily used to, it's a win for us.
No doubt, man. And that's what we need around the world, man. We need guys like you, man. We need guys that's touching the young lives. You know, we want to touch old lives too, but at the end of the day, the children are our future, man, and we need more people with positive programs and positive things like that because one thing I talk to people about, and we talk about kids selling drugs and all that stuff like that. My thing is this, bro. If you don't have, how do you go tell a kid that's making like $5,000 a day to quit and come do this, and there's nothing going on if you don't have nothing else to offer? That's why I'm
Right.
looking like now, like dog, you got these kids where you setting them up in a situation where they can make money off this company. You have another alternative, and I always say that's going to be the thing that's going to be able to change these kids is we got another alternative where we can help you make some money. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
Well, you don't have to do that. We can help you make some money over here. And you doing what you love to do. It's something dealing with football. And it's you, your name, your image, your likeness. You can get bread off that. You don't have to sell this. Yeah, that 5,000 may look good to you, but you got to look over your shoulder every day. But I can go over here and do exactly what I want to do. And I can make maybe not that type of money, but shoot, a lot of these kids are making
Shit,
this.
why can't you? Yeah, why can't you?
No doubt.
Shit.
Excuse me. Pardon myself. Pardon myself, dog. I'm sorry.
Opportunity.
But but it's there for them, man. We got another
Yeah,
alternative for them. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So
yeah.
now you will say, so when they hit you with, well, dog, I'm making this right here. Why can't what I'm gonna go over there for? Because you not only you can make that right here, you can stay out of trouble and you can make something of yourself. So I appreciate
Man,
that, man. That the opportunity
indeed,
that
bro.
you're giving these kids, man. So in closing, Libra, talk to us a little bit about your handles, where we can reach you at. If your training schedules, because I know you're a travel and train kids. If the money right,
Right,
you gotta get your money right. Just because you coming from DC and you
right.
bringing quality, and tell us how we can order your stuff.
Okay, man. You can catch me on IG, Instagram at Demigawd Athletes. That's the training page. Our merchandise page is Demigawd Athletics. We on Facebook at Demigawd Athletes. We are on Twitter at Demigods1. And our website is www.demigod.com. All of our contact information is on all of these sources. You can reach out to us. We actually got a camp coming up. I want to say end of May, early June. We also throw camps and host camps. We were able to come to Lynchburg and get with Dre and do some great things down that way. We held our very first own Demigod camp in North Carolina last year. Man, it was a great turnout, great show out. We had some Lynchburg kids come on out to that one too. We had over 100 kids come out. It was a good event, man. So we do travel, we do train, we do put on camps, we do give kids the exposure that they need, and it's just a process, And if you're able to trust the process and put the work in and believe in the brand and believe what we got going on, and we the right people for you, man.
No doubt. Well, this has been my dog, Lee Baker, owner of Demigawd Athletics, former Virginia Tech Hokie. So you know the Hokie love is in the building, my little brother. This
Yes,
has
sir.
been Drake and Talk with Lee Baker and with my guy Chris Megginson over at Liberty. Keep doing your thing. We out.
Peace.